In this video, I will talk about one of the most underrated Magical Girl franchises to ever exist. Basically, this anime features one of the most hard-hitting fight scenes to ever grace the earth, straight out of a shonen anime. And I will explain the events and history that came to be with this show, and how it became so loved by so many people. And disclaimer, most content in this video belongs to Toei Animation. The first Pretty Cure series to ever spawn was created by Izumi Todo in 2004. Oh, the same guy who created Ojamajo Dorime. And I remember that show. I might make a separate video about it someday in the future. And according to Toei Animation, they want to revitalize the Magical Girl genre by adding some close combat, and basically empowering women. And the Pretty Cure Magical Girl team structure goes like this. Well, according to the first Pretty Cure, it basically consists of two girls, each with different personalities, and they both have their own struggles, and they basically gain those powers based on their abilities. Cure Black gets super strength, while Hanaga gets superior intellect. Basically, it is essentially a magical girl with Dragon Ball on steroids. And after the launch of the first Pretty Cure series, it was a massive hit to audiences. And it also appeals to the male demographic too. And due to the show's popularity, it unlocked a lot of merchandise, such as the transformation devices, super cute and kinda pricey figurines. Pretty much Pretty Cure was everywhere in Japan. For telling you why Pretty Cure was so popular, it even spawned a sequel, and then another season, called Splash Star. As controversial as these series were, I think my favorite has got to be Splash Star because, honestly, it's a much more better series than its predecessors. Which, for starters, the first Pretty Cure was really good, while the Max Heart sequel was a little less to be desired, according to what I saw on Google. Also, the visuals are a lot more prettier, and also it has a lot more creative concept and storyline. Also, they have really good villains, and also, it's just really fun to watch. And that is when the franchise became much more interesting because they added new concepts and new layers to different characters and really fleshed out storylines. And so Toei Animation decided that it'd be a lot more fun and successful if they added a larger team instead of just two characters. Like, Super Sentai. And because of that, they decided to create Yes Pretty Cure 5. And also to develop more merchandise. First of all, congratulations, Toei Animation.
Hello! I like money!
So what made you want to expand the franchise into an even bigger one?
Money!
And in 2009, there was a really obscure English dub on Pretty Cure, and it aired on Canada. According to the localization in Canada, most of the names of the characters have been changed, except for the Cure names and the fairy names. And in order to prevent confusion on certain activities in Japan, such as kendo, they replaced kendo with baseball. And all in all, while the English dub isn't perfect, it still has a lot of charm to it, and it's a pretty fun watch. I think you can just watch it on different anime sites, such as Stream. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the Pretty Cure franchise was so strong that they even had their own movies. Also, in Pretty Cure 5, while the attacks and transformations are nothing to write home about, it is a lot more focused on the character development and the arcs, including Nozomi. She is basically your ditz character, but she demonstrates great intuition and emotional intelligence, helping out her friends in need. And since the 5 girls have their own unique attributes, the kids watching them can relate to these characters and their experiences. And since the lead character is almost always the Genki girl, the kids watching them can find humor in her and relate to her. And also, obviously, since the show was so successful, it even produced a sequel, which is very unfavorable compared to the predecessor. And then the franchise kept on launching new series, such as Fresh Procure and Hard Catch Procure, with Hard Catch obviously being a fan favorite. It seems the franchise hasn't lost its footing and keeps on making more experimental shows. And we need to talk about the Pretty Cure DX films. Honestly, I really enjoyed the deluxe films. They're just really fun to me. And yeah, looking back at these shows, I can totally understand why they're popular in Japan, because not just the badass fight scenes, but the incredible, excellent character growth of the characters. And while the show is mostly popular in Japan, it's not as popular in America. The reason was because popular 90s shows like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball made it to America because Toei Animation and Bandai wanted them to be more highly profitable to different countries. And also, these shows were marketable towards adults and teenagers. And Pretty Cure was marketed towards little girls, and the marketing network obviously doesn't know how to advertise a show for little girls to America. Which is really strange since Digimon and Pokemon were from Japan, and they were also for little kids. And it's really sad because kids of the Western world would really love to see Pretty Cure in its Japanese form. And speaking of little girl shows, there was Glitter Force, which aired in 2015. And it's basically everything that could go wrong with an English dub of a magical girl anime. And little girls deserve better than this poor excuse of an English dub. But luckily, Toei Animation realized the mistake, and so they decided to upload Pretty Cure on Crunchyroll. And yeah, that's really cool. And all in all, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I highly appreciate it. Obviously, I had a lot of fun making this video. And please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And what is your favorite Pretty Cure series? Comment down below, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Peel the avocado, peel the avocado.